Hello, and welcome to the second attempt to recording a preseason episode of the show that will ultimately be called Jacob Walks Over a Bridge. I'm Jacob Albrecht, and this is not exactly me walking over a bridge necessarily, though I may be spanning the bridge of hunger. I'm on a quest to get breakfast. And I thought, what better time to start recording a podcast but now, as I'm walking to get breakfast. I have no idea how this will sound. This is my second time trying to record one of these. The first time I was using a nice set of wireless headphones, the big over-the-ear kind. But unfortunately, those came out a little soft. I don't know if that's me just talking softly or just the headphones themselves. I know that I once tried to call my grandma and they didn't really sound that great to her when she was on the other end. She had a hard time hearing me. So I'm trying the Apple headphone, the earbuds. So we'll see if that makes a difference. Now, I could talk about the same things that I did last time when I recorded this first preseason episode that will not air. I'm not going to upload that. It's probably just a waste of time unless you want to turn your volume up real loud. But I could. You have no idea what I talked about then. Or I could just talk about other things, like, I don't know, I'm going to Panera breakfast. I guess it's more brunch now. I don't know. It's 11:30 in the morning. I guess that's still kind of breakfast time on a Sunday. Could also be brunch time. Could also be lunch time. It's the magic of meals. You can have them whenever you'd like. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. Probably maybe an egg sandwich. I know they have good egg sandwiches. This is not sponsored content. This is me just saying I like their breakfast. Also, probably will try to sit down at a table with some Wi-Fi, use the internet, write a little. It'll be nice. But yeah, this is just an attempt to see how this sounds. I've never done a podcast before, if you believe it or not. I'm not even that big of a podcast listener. It's just that sometimes my mind has a hard time keeping up at all times with what's being said. I know that may sound weird, like I can have a normal conversation like anyone else, but I guess it's just a podcast. It's just me listening and listening and listening and listening. And, I'll keep track for the most part, but then there'll be, just a 15, 20 second blip where I lose focus or something else grabs my attention, and then before I know it, I've missed some very crucial information for whatever story's being told. I was listening to, for a little while, the podcast called Welcome to Night Vale, which I thoroughly did enjoy when I was listening to it, especially when I first started walking over the bridge way back now. That was 2016 was when I first started walking to work from Queens. But that was a fun podcast, but there'd be times where I would be walking and then I'd pay attention to an intersection or cars or something else, and I would just lose focus or at least I'd stop focusing on the podcast and I would just end up missing part of the story, which is a shame. Now, maybe with more experience and not listening to them while I'm walking to work, maybe that would change stuff, but for now I don't really listen to them that much. I guess the one thing though that I guess would throw a wrench into that whole thing is that I do enjoy listening to baseball games on the radio. That's definitely, it has become my preferred way to follow baseball these days. It's, I mean, of course, going to the games is fun, and the TV guys are fun, but radio has really been probably one of the better ways to, or at least for me, to take in a ball game. And even with that, similar to a podcast, there'll be times where I'll be listening, and then all of a sudden something else takes my attention for a little bit, and then I lose track of a pitch or two, or a play. Excuse me, I burped. I guess that'll happen when I record burps. I'll try to keep those to a minimum. But when I would be listening to a baseball game and then I'd miss a little bit, but with baseball it's easy to kind of catch back up and see what you missed. With a podcast, it might be harder to, unless you literally hit the go back button, it might be hard to keep up with everything that's going on, and if you miss something, it might be hard to get back into it. But with baseball, you miss a play. After a while, you'll kind of figure out what happened, or if you missed a pitch, they'll remind you to count as 3-1. So, yeah, podcasts. That's what this is going to be. And who knows how long this will last. However long I could figure out how to make stuff that people want to listen to. Or if no one wants to listen to, that's okay. I'll still post. SoundCloud isn't the hop in place that people seem to make it out to be, at least in my opinion. Unless I'm going to be that guy that puts SoundCloud on the map. Even though SoundCloud's kind of already on the map, people know about it. Especially now that you'd think that I only made this account to put something under a tweet when something goes viral. That seems to be the thing that people do. And before a tweet that I had goes viral, I thought I should probably make a SoundCloud account, just in case. Well, anyway, I think I'm rambling on now, as I guess this is always going to be. And I think that this is probably a good enough example of what this would sound like using these headphones. So I'm glad that you were able to take the journey with me to breakfast. And I'll see you guys soon. Let me just find the off button. Yep, bye.